Hello my dear students. Today we are going to learn about conditionals and if statements. The word if introduces a condition to a sentence. There are 11 ways in which we can write conditionals. We are going to explore them one by one. There are 11 ways in which you can write conditionals. Number 1. Referring to habitual actions. Number 2. Referring to a specific situation or a likely event. Number 3. Referring to a less likely event or when making a general statement rather than referring to one specific event. Number 4. Referring to a past time. Number 5. Using even if. Number 6. In conditional tenses. Number 7. In elliptic expressions. Number 8. If whether statements. Number 9. It looks as if statements. Number 10. If only statements. Number 11. Other ways of expressing a condition. Number 1. Referring to habitual actions. This type of conditional follows the following pattern. If plus simple present tense plus simple present tense. Example. If anybody speaks while the teacher is delivering the lesson, he punishes them. If I miss my homework, I have to complete it when I get up in the morning. If I miss my breakfast, I will not feel well for the rest of the day. In sentence number 2, the writer speaks about a habit. He means whenever I miss my homework, I have to complete it in the morning. In sentence number 3, the writer refers to something that may happen in the future. Number 2. Referring to a specific situation or likely event. This type of conditional follows the following pattern. If plus simple present tense plus simple future imperative with the words can or may. Let us explore. Look carefully at the way this conditional is written. If plus simple present tense plus simple future with imperative. Examples. If my homework is finished, I will watch the television. My intention is to watch the TV if I finish my homework. If I finish my homework, I will clean my bedroom. When I finish my homework, I will have to clean my bedroom. Imperatives tell you which course of action should happen first. In sentence number 1, I have to finish my homework first if I want to watch TV. In sentence number 2, I would clean my room only after I finish my homework. Number 3. Referring to a less likely event or when making a general statement rather than referring to one specific event. This type of conditional follows the following pattern. If plus simple past tense plus present conditional tense with the words could or might. Examples. If the government banned alcohol, there would be less road accidents. If there would be no criminals, this world would be a better place. If the students worked hard, they would have gained better marks. This type of conditional is used when writing about what might happen in the future. Number 4. Referring to a past time. Unlike the previous two conditionals which are used in the present and future tenses, this conditional is used in the past tense and to indicate that something might have happened in the past but did not happen. For example, if the criminal was not caught by the police, he would have caused more harm to the society. If he hadn't completed the homework on time, we would have been punished by the teacher. If you had asked me to lend you some money, I would have gladly helped you. Number 5. Using even if. Remember to use both words because the even if conditional is used to express a strong statement. Examples. I won't tell you where the treasure is even if you hang me, yelled the pirate. Even if we had finished the project on time, we wouldn't stand a chance against them. Number 6. Conditional tenses. Conditional tenses are used in two ways. In the present conditional form and the perfect conditional form. Furthermore, they can be divided into 3 other ways. They are in the non-continuous form, continuous form, and the passive form. Look at the following examples. Our first example is in the present conditional form with the word meet in the non-continuous form. She said she would meet us at the bus halt. If you went to the library, you would meet more like-minded people. In the continuous form, the officer would be meeting us at the railway station. In the passive form, I thought we would be met at the airport, but there was nobody there to meet us. Example is in the past conditional form using the verb meet. In the non-continuous form, I would have met you at the airport if I had known that you were coming. John would have met with like-minded people if he started socializing. In the continuous form, when I got down from the airplane, I was disappointed. I was sure that somebody would have been meeting me, but there was nobody there. In the passive form, you would have been met at the airport if you had called us in advance. Number 7. Elliptical expressions. Elliptic expressions are short. The following expressions can be used when writing sentences: if ever, if so, if at all. Examples: we won't move to Singapore for a few years, if ever. Here, this statement would mean that we won't move to Singapore for a few years if we ever move there. That horrible person, John Wick, may be appointed as the manager. If so, I shall resign. We won't move to Singapore, if at all. That is, we won't move to Singapore even if we wanted to. If and whether statements. If and whether statements can be used to ask indirect questions. For example, have you finished eating? Asked Paul. Paul asked whether I had finished eating. Paul asked if I had finished eating. Will your father be angry if I ask for his car? He asked. He asked whether my father will be angry if he asks for his car. He asked if my father will be angry if he asks for his car. Number 9. It looks as if statements. This statement indicates a possibility. For example, it looks as if Mary did not pass the examination. It looks as if the flight got delayed due to bad weather. It looks as if nobody is living in this house. Number 10. If only statements. If only statements can be used in all the three tenses. For example, in the past tense, we could have saved a lot of money if only we had not bought the large car. In the present tense, we could save a lot of money if only we do not buy a large car. In the future tense, we could save a lot of money if only we shall not buy a large car. Number 11. Other ways of expressing a condition. Other than the examples we have learned in the previous conditionals, there are also 3 other different ways we can write a condition. We can use the expressions provided that, on condition that, or as long as to introduce a condition. For example, the COVID-19 pandemic will subside provided that the people will follow the government guidelines. Road accidents due to drunkenness can be reduced on condition that the police will enforce strict laws on drivers. As long as the students will follow the advices of the teachers, they will be assured success at the examinations. Conditionals can be useful when you want to express a possibility of an event in the past, present, or the future. They can sometimes be tricky to use, as the use of the English language may get confused regarding the correct use of the tenses while trying to express about a possible event. For example, the students can get confused in the manner of the verb had been used in the following sentences. I was sure that somebody would have been meeting me, but there was nobody there. You would have been met at the airport if you had called us in advance. As a student, you should spend more time reading, as it will help you to become familiarized with different types of conditionals used in everyday life. Learn to use them in everyday speech too, as the use of conditionals can improve the sophistication or the complexity of the ideas you wish to convey to another person. I hope that you have learned a lot through this video. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you again in the next session.